So if you want to, you can go to Sophysica. That is the name of the store. And they buy a lot of candy. Sell a lot of candy. Star. What do we do with a star on Christmas? Do you know where we put a star? Top of the tree, right? So we put a big star on top of a Christmas tree. And that's just our tradition. In the winter, you can usually see a lot of stars in the sky because the sky will be very clear. So it's that's kind of where star has come through. Okay, reunion. Okay, re means again. Union means to come together. So it means to come together again. So Christmas is a time to come together again with family and friends that you don't see very often. Okay, so how often do you see your family every year? Every day. Okay, you're lucky. Okay, you get to see them every day.
Taiwan is small.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, if your family lives in Kaohsiung or to the south or even anywhere outside Taipei, it might not be easy to see them, or they might not have a lot of time. So Christmas is the perfect time to see your family and friends that you don't get to see very often. Okay, little bell, or any bell. On Christmas morning, you can hear bells going dong, 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 dong. Okay, those are usually coming from churches. Okay, so I have a picture to show you. Okay, so Christmas, for people who are Christian, okay, is a religious holiday. It is the day the baby Jesus, the Son of God, was born. So it's his birthday. Okay, so his name is Jesus Christ. So Christmas, okay. It was the day he was born. Okay, so you will hear bells ringing from churches because they are celebrating his birthday. Okay, Jesus' birth. So here's another star. This is another reason why a star is important on Christmas. And we have angels. Okay, angels from heaven. Okay.
On the Cupid.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a Cupid, but not the same thing. But they are supposed to protect people on Christmas. So if you go to a church on Christmas, usually some children will put on a play. And the play is the birth of baby Jesus. And so you'll see all the little kids in their costumes pretending to be Mary and Joseph and even the animals. They'll put on the animal costumes. It's really cute. Yeah, I love to watch it. It's cold where I come from on Christmas, so cold is also very good. Okay, poinsettia. I know it looks like poinsettia. Okay, some people say poinsettia, but I've usually said poinsettia. That's the way my mom says it, I guess. So it depends, I guess, what region you come from when you are speaking English. A poinsettia is a red plant, but it can also be white and I think pink. Okay, and I've seen them in Taiwan too. So Taiwan has these. They are a very pretty plant that has the Christmas colors, so many people will use them in their house. They're easy to grow and they do not die very easily. Okay, but there is one problem with poinsettias, is if you have a dog, they are very poisonous to dogs. So sometimes our dogs can get really crazy with our stuff. If your dog eats a poinsettia, it will probably die. Okay, it's very, very poisonous. So you have to be careful. Gingerbread. Okay, we make gingerbread cookies, gingerbread houses made from gingerbread cookies, and we might decorate them with candy. Okay, gingerbread is kind of spicy in a way. It's sweet but spicy, so not everybody likes it, but it has a good flavor, and it's a Christmas flavor. Okay, reindeer we've talked about. Okay, Bible and Jesus. Bible is the book that Christians read, and it talks about the birth of Jesus and the teachings of God. Okay, and party. Okay, we have tons of Christmas parties. Okay, if you work, your office will have a Christmas party. Each part of your family will have a Christmas party. Okay, everybody has a Christmas party. Your school, if you're in elementary school, middle school, high school, there will be some sort of Christmas party for your class where you will decorate, play games, and give gifts. Okay, so these are kind of like the main words that we associate or recognize as parts of Christmas. Okay, so I've already talked about this. Okay, so the history of Christmas. Christmas is an ancient holiday. It's very, very old. It did not just start. Well, Christmas started as a Christian holiday, but people were celebrating this time of the year for thousands of years.
Decorating trees, exchanging gifts, and singing songs about Santa Claus.
Okay, so even before Christians, people were celebrating the middle of the winter. Okay, Christmas is at the middle of the winter. Okay, so the middle of winter has long been a time of celebration around the world. Okay, centuries before the arrival of the man called Jesus, early Europeans celebrated light and birth in the darkest days of winter. Many peoples rejoiced during the winter solstice. Okay, that was yesterday. Okay, yesterday was the winter solstice, when the worst of the winter was behind them and they could look forward to longer days and extended or longer hours of sunlight. Okay, so even in Taiwan, your tradition, you celebrate the middle of winter. Okay, so yesterday, a lot of you probably had the tangyuan, right? Okay, so you also have your tradition for celebrating the middle of winter. Okay, this is probably thousands of years old. So many other cultures have their own ways of celebrating not just Christmas, but the middle of winter. In Scandinavia, okay, close to Norway, do you guys know Norway? Okay, Europe, the very north of Europe, the Norse celebrated Yule. That was their holiday from December 21st, which is the winter solstice, through January. So December 21st to the beginning of January, in recognition of the return of the sun. Fathers and sons would bring home large logs which they would set on fire. Okay, a log is a big piece of wood, so they would go and look for this big piece of wood and set it on fire. And that's called a Yule log, because Yule is the name of the holiday, and log is the piece of wood. So that is their tradition. The Norse believed that each spark from the fire represented a new pig or calf that would be born during the coming year. So they believed that each little spark from the fire meant that a new little pig or a new little cow for their farms would be born the next year. So basically it gave them good luck for the new year. The Germans, okay, in Germany, people honored the pagan god Odin. Okay, so Odin, have you guys seen the movie Thor? Thor, the superhero? He has the big axe, or was it an axe? I think it's an axe or something like that. Or no, he has a big hammer. Okay, Thor, he's the god, he's a superhero. Okay, well, if you don't know him, his father's name is Odin. Okay, Odin was the king of the gods in Norway, in that area, and in Germany as well. And people were afraid of him. Okay? They were afraid that in the dark of winter, he would start killing people and fly around in the night. So because of his presence, many people chose to stay inside. Okay? So the middle of winter meant a change, meaning as there would be more days of sunlight. Okay? So they weren't as afraid anymore. Okay? So even the Romans celebrated it in a different way, but we could go on and on and on about all the different cultures. Okay? But everybody celebrates in their own way. Okay, so this is a Christmas feast. Okay, lots of traditional food, Christmas cookies, chicken. Okay, chicken or duck or whatever you want. This should be, I think this is a duck. We have lots of meat, potatoes, cheese, roasted vegetables, pudding, different types of cakes. Okay, all of these are things that we would eat on Christmas. We might have some red candles or white candles, but we will try to make the house look very nice for the Christmas dinner. Okay, so this makes me very hungry. This looks so good. Let's see here. Okay, so if you see here we have potatoes, okay, with some broccoli. Okay, this is eggnog. Okay, eggnog is the eggs with milk. Okay, candy cane, Christmas cookies. These are hot dogs that are wrapped in bacon.
Now sausage.
But we could also use sausage too. Yeah, that's true. So hot dogs are sausage. I think this is more British. My family's never used this, but it might be more British. We have gingerbread houses. My family uses a ham.